What's up, guys? Welcome back. Maybe you saw it, I've changed the name of this channel. For now on, it's called Path of the Divine, The Lonely Road. Why I did that is, it's not that I didn't like the name I started off with, Ancient Wisdom of Life, but I feel like this one is more connected to the path I'm going, in this direction with my own life and how I want to inspire people. I'm still gonna talk about the things that we started off with, but I think this one is more suitable for what this is gonna be like, and it's definitely a path, and it's a divine path, and it's also a very lonely path because not many people are willing to do this. They're not gonna do that. It's more of a lifestyle for me now, and there's a lot of stuff that I'm gonna bring up soon that is gonna be the foundation of this channel. What really led me to all other things that I'm talking about here. So I think, I'm excited about the new name of the channel. I think it's, like I said, more suitable. It more defines what we're doing here, and wants people to be aware of that this is a journey that is pretty special. But we don't have to be dramatic about it. You don't have to be all in. I always say that I want people to have a higher consciousness. I want them to be aware of certain things. Then what they do in their life, that's totally up to them. That's what's beautiful with this life. We can do whatever we want, but we still have to take responsibility and be aware of the consequences that will happen. Just as long as we know that, I don't see any problem with living the way we feel like works best for us. But this one is going to be a topic that is going to be related to the last one I did. I mentioned that you should be our own doctors. It's kind of related to the other one because I said should be our own doctors, and I also think that we should become our own scientists. Before you freak out, what I mean by that is that I think that this one is something we just take for granted, that we don't really put much thought in, and that is that we rely too much on what other people tell us and what they come up with. And we always have to remember that a lot of the times there's always self-interest behind a lot of the stuff. And I'm of course talking about a lot of the scientific researchers out there, the studies they do. We always have to be very careful what we listen to. Not what we listen to, but what we consider to be truth. Because we always have to be very cautious and really look into it. Who are paying for the studies? Who are behind it? Do they want to have the studies taken in a certain direction? So I'm always a big proponent of having own experience. I've had this for start when I grew up in my family. My dad has always been a very practical guy, and I've always been that myself. I've always done a lot of practical things and I always want to try the things myself because I want to have an own experience with it. I can't only read everything. I think we should read stuff and educate ourselves, but we still at some point we have to take in the action and see for ourselves, because if we're going to be really sure about something, we really have to have an own experience in it. We can never be 100% sure if we haven't experienced it of our own. So what I mean with this topic is that I want people to start practicing and experimenting more in their lives. I want them to be more open for different things, even if they heard that these scientists and these researchers said that, for example, that fruit is so bad. We get fat, we get diabetes. It raises blood sugar and stuff like that. Just taking some examples. It can be whatever. It doesn't have to be health. But that we should practice and try it out ourselves. And I think we kind of forget that in this day and age. Now when we have the internet, we have access to information like instant. We just rely on other people too much, and also, like I said, with the same thing with the doctors and the medical system. We rely too much on them. We have everything in our own hands. We can be as healthy as we want to be if we just want to put in the things that we are meant to have in our system. We do things that are with the nature, not against it, because we will always pay the price if we go against nature's law. So if we can just be willing to play by the rules that exist, we will be fine. So I think it's sad that we see so many people, they just they just read something on the newspaper, or they read some article, whatever it is, and then they're dogmatic about it. They definitely not want to change their mind. They're not open enough to consider new information. They're definitely not open enough to try it out themselves. That's why I say to people, if you think I'm crazy for eating so much fruit, try it out for yourself. Try it out and see what happens. Is it that dangerous? Before I did fruit, I did keto, the total opposite. I was completely sold with keto, 8% fat. Now, at this point in my life, I would say I was stupid who done that. I shouldn't say stupid, because I think we should do that. We should try it out, but we shouldn't, of course, not try everything. We should try and see what makes sense and listen for what other people have done as well, and always come up with their own conclusion and understanding. But at the end of the day, I always think that it's good if we can put in our own practice in certain things, and at least try to understand what's going on here. So our lives get more interested. We as a person becomes a lot more interesting, because people rather listen to people who have actually done things than that, not just sitting around and talk all the time. We have to experience on our own. So I think that's something that we should live more by, live a lot more with. I just want to say that obviously not all researchers out there is wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that we should always be careful and criticize, be critical thinking. That's what I want to have said. I said this before on this channel. You should never take my word. Just like you should always listen. You should listen, consider the information. Like I said, maybe practice it, put it into your life, and see for yourself. Could you experience the same thing that I did? And if you do that, okay, that kind of makes sense. I think it would be a lot better if we could, implement that in our life. That thought process, that we do our own studies and researches, and we come up with the things on our own. And if we read some article or something, try it out for yourself. Do you come up with the same conclusion that they did? So I think that's something we should follow. Yeah. So with that said, I want to wish you an amazing evening and week, and see you next one. Take care.